I stopped listening to older women tell me not to date older men when I realized that they didn't care about me. They were just trying to protect their investment. A lot of older women also cheat on their husbands. They just cheat with younger men and then funnel money to that younger man using their husband's money, buying him shoes, Jordans, PlayStations, paying his apartment fees, and everything. The difference is that that younger man will never actually try to start a family with her or tell her to leave her husband. So she still has to be stuck in a miserable relationship with a man that probably doesn't want her. On the flip side, if her husband goes out here and deals with a younger woman, there's a high chance that he might actually fall for her and want to leave his wife.
Because he can have kids. Cannot have kids with an older woman. Or if you could, it's the woman would almost die.
And so, therefore, a lot of older women have pushed this agenda that it's bad, you're going to get manipulated, you're going to get used, you're going to have to do all these terrible things when you start to date older men. And this doesn't even go for just men that are married. Women will tell you just to stay away from older men in general because they want to be able to have these men available to them when they go back being single. But if all the older men keep running to younger women, that leaves no men for them. And older men, they tend to hit their peak financially once they're older. They're not going to really hit it super young. At least most men aren't.
Hell no, she on y'all ass. She said, we got time today. We got time today. Me and her, look, the woman, look, me and her, we got time today. So I'm gonna tell you why I agree with her, right? Um, if you go on TikTok and all of this shit, right, you will see panels of people talking about older men dating younger women is what pedophilia, you know, and it's wrong because they're manipulating these young women, right? But let's be real here. As an older woman, why would you give these girls good advice if y'all looking for the same shit? So if she is your competition, as you view these younger, prettier girls as leaving high school and college as your competition, and y'all all want the same thing, why the fuck would you give her some good advice? If that's your girl, no, 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 girl, we don't do that. We don't give these girls good advice. We give them fucked up advice because we want the same guys that they want, right? That's the truth. Guys hit their peak, and earnings, and basically every aspect of life when they hit 30 years old, right? So these older women want these guys, but they're going to tell younger women to stay away from them so they can have them. She's right. Like I said, look, we got time today. Look, we got time today, me and her.
We do have a major generation of young wealth, but let's just be real. A lot of men don't hit their peak until their 40s or 50s. And when they do, they tend to look for something younger and attractive to them. And the competition for the older women is so seriously hard that they tend to have no choice but to become sugar mamas and cougars, messing with younger men to still be able to get some form of attention that they are not able to get in their age group currently. Push out propaganda telling women you're going to get used, abused, you're going to sleep with an old man for all this stuff. He's not going to treat you right. We know you have to do all these terrible things at night to get that money. And it's just like, not necessarily. Like a lot of older men actually cater to their younger women. They try.
Yeah, and this is why I also go online and I tell people, like, we got to stop with this acting like younger women are fucking stupid. They're far from stupid. By the time these girls was 14 years old, they knew how to get money out of a man. 12 years old, they knew how to get money out of a man, whether it have been their father, their cousins, their uncles, their grandfathers, whomever. They've learned to get money out of men, right? So by the time they're 20 years old and they're dealing with a 27 to 30-year-old man, they are either at the same level or mentally farther than those guys when it comes to getting stuff out of them. Right? So we got to stop pushing this whole agenda that young women are stupid, because young women are far from stupid. If anything, these young women know exactly what they want, right? But they end up fucked up because they take it too far and think they can get more, and they want more and more and more. So they end up like these 30 and 40-year-olds that's bitter and telling these younger women to leave these older men alone. It's their competition. I'll give y'all a task to go do. Look, you watching this video. Like me and you homies, right? Go talk to an older man and ask him some advice. Tell him to give a young man some advice. He's gonna give him the fucking best advice that he can give him, right? But go and tell a woman to go give another young woman some advice, right? But I'm gonna add an asterisk on top of this. Both of them have to be single. So go talk to that single old man to give that young man some advice, and go talk to that single woman to give that young woman some advice. The single woman is gonna give her the worst fucking advice in the world. The worst advice. That man is actually gonna care about that young man and say, well, when I was your age, I messed around and fucked up, right, in a relationship. So make sure you don't do this because that girl is a good girl, right? Or he might tell him, if you get married or something, get a prenup. Or he might tell him some shit like, if you actually do, if you're looking for a woman, don't don't start the relationship off spending a lot of money on it, because that's how you gonna start it. So it's like the way that you start a relationship is the way that the relationship has to be. Okay, but older woman might fuck around and tell a young woman, don't date men that's older than you. Don't put up with bullshit. Don't let these men manipulate you. Don't let a man abuse you. And if a man talk crazy, just leave him. Okay, a real man gonna provide and do everything for you, and you ain't gonna have to do nothing, right? So a woman is gonna give that young woman the worst fucking advice in the world because she's still looking for a fucking man. Like, look, that woman is still looking for a man. So why would she tell you what to do to get the guy that she wants? Think, do the math, use your brain. 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay? To that other woman trying to give the young woman some advice, 2 plus 2 is 17. Do the fucking math.
Try to make their lives easier. They do anything and everything to not lose them and give them pretty much access to everything. Like, if you know, you know. And I'm not talking about extremely young women, 18, 19, early 20s. Shouldn't even be thinking about a serious relationship, just like having fun and enjoying your life. But as a 30,
See, and I don't agree with that information. Young woman, when you're 19, 18, 20, that's the best years to look for relationships. Okay? Trust me.
21-year-old woman, this is perfect for my age range. If you're like in your 30s and you're tired of playing around with guys your age, it is a little bit easier when we actually decide to date older. The problem is we become serious competition at my age, like 28 to 35, for the older woman because they are more likely to lose their husband as soon as we step in.
As soon as they step in the room, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, look, I told y'all we got time today, right? So my source is Trust Me Bro. Okay? Trust Me Bro is the source. Um, Women at 28 years old are the older women. And women at 28 are the older women. You're getting close to that wall. You're getting close to uh being able to not have a baby successfully without like something being wrong with the baby. You're getting close to that age. So even for her to say this video, she's trying to come across like she's a younger woman, but she's not. She's an older woman, right? Because she got on makeup and all of that shit, so she can kind of trick you. But pay attention to her words, right? She said, when you get tired of playing with the men that's around your age, you just think to go to an older man. So what exactly is she telling us? If we ask her a deeper question and we say, what do you mean by playing with the guys your age and going to guys that's older when you want to be serious? So basically what she's saying is she's been thotting around, hoeing around, right? Sleeping with these guys and fucking around with these guys, and now she want to be serious because she's getting older. So think, whenever you hear these women come online and say shit, ask a deeper question and you will be able to figure out what the fuck is the actual reality of it. Because she is the older woman. Ma'am, you are the older woman, even though your message was correct at the beginning. But you are the older woman. Okay, but other than that, make sure y'all leave a like down below. If you just commented, make sure to comment, obviously. If you just subscribed, I love you. If you already subscribed, I love you already. But other than that, have a good evening, a good day, good morning, good night, wherever y'all at, and I'll see y'all. Peace out.